To be honest, I not only watched the first season of Ashi but also read the manga up till the latest chapters. So my thoughts are about the entirety of Ashi. Not just the anime but the continuation of the anime into the manga. And before I begin or say anything, I just want to ask a simple question that would determine how much of an impact this series will have on you. Have you ever experienced the joy of playing football? Hell with tactics, formations and everything. Don't get me wrong, those things are damn important as the air you breathe, but enjoying and finding that peace while playing is the biggest thing. So yes, if you have experienced the joy and beauty of playing football, then absolutely this thing will surely leave an impact on you. In a nutshell, Ashi is a story revolving around a kid named Ashito who plays football just for the pure joy of it. Although his style of play is unintentionally a bit selfish. Playing for a weak school team, he is happy to be the center of attention and goal scorer. His life changes when he gets invited by a football club to come for trials for their youth team. For the first time he realizes that this could be the very first step in his life to become a professional player and continue playing football while making a good living out of it. Although this is just the nutshell of it, I would say not more than the first 2 episodes of the story, but the series and manga is so much more deeper and covers quite a broad dynamic of football. The thing that impressed me the most is that instead of taking a flashy and easy way of making Ashito as a forward or striker, someone who would score most goals and definitely hype up the story, instead they have taken a more complex and different approach. This is not the story of making of a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Messi, but a playmaker in the making, something like more close to Kevin De Bruyne. And the author is so well versed in football tactics that instead of just landing Ashito in the midfield just like a conventional playmaker, they showcase to us that Ashito's attacking as per needs of a highly competitive game is average and his defense is total shit. The only thing that works for him is his vision and ability to remember positions of players, not only of his teammates but the opposition too. A midfield whose job is to act as a bridge between defense and attack, switching to both of these roles simultaneously. So how do they improve him overall? They play him as left back, a highly defensive position where he will learn to defend, but also a position where players at the right moment and right time also move up the field and help in attack. A playmaker who knows how the defenders work and how defense reacts will also create better goal-scoring moments. Yes, they have taken creative liberties when trying to portray Ashito's ability of perception and remembering players on field. They call it eagle eye in the story, which sounds a bit funny to be honest, but this thing in reality happens in football, and playmaking skills of players like De Bruyne, Toni Kroos are prime examples of it. The other brilliant thing is how it keeps a balance between providing readers with information regarding tactics, formations and game plans, meanwhile also not trying to spoon-feed this info. For example, it obviously tries to explain medium difficult to complex concepts like defending, body positioning while defense, use of half spaces or the 5 lanes football, tiki-taka triangles and so on. Meanwhile, it will not try to spoon-feed you the bare bones of football, like what is a 4-4-2 formation. I mean, there is even a panel where Ashito's mother asks one of his friends, "What is a 4-4-2?" and the friend just replies, "It's a formation." It's like the writer is giving cues like, I am not gonna explain the bare bones, just Google it or try to find it. And if you are not much experienced in football, and the previous few terms went just above your head, don't worry, the author not only explains it but Ashito and his team also execute and sometimes face these tactics, so you also get a better idea of it. Moreover, they also give you additional cues like which coach and teams in real life use it, making it all the more grounded in reality and interesting to read. The games and matches are so interestingly adapted while constantly being grounded in reality. If it had been a 100% shonen, you would expect the MC to get a flashback or some sort of sudden motivation from within his ass and pull off a brilliant goal or play. But here, it is thankfully much more realistic, and even when I was reading, I was thinking of countermeasures and how the matches will play out, which in itself is a beautiful experience. They have grasped the concept of football very well. Not even the best teams always win. What makes these teams best is that they learn from their mistakes and losses. They adapt themselves and keep on evolving. And even here, Ashito and his team not always win, but they learn from their fuck-ups and losses. The other good thing it does is that it introduces you to a wide range of characters, from opposition players to the teammates of Ashito. Each has a unique personality. Every character is important and the story sheds light on them as well. Each one with their own dreams, fears, capabilities and limitations, each with his own traits interwoven in the story, making it a story that gives just as importance to teammates as Ashito. You realize that football is not a one-man sport, and the best teams are those which utilize the talents to their fullest. The characters have their own moments of bonding, fights and all the behind-the-curtain drama that generally happens in a team sport. With football, it not only shows you the rosy side of it but also failures and heartbreaks, the pain of careers ending in youth teams of clubs and heartbreaks of never being able to go professional. Injuries, pressure from parents, uncertainty of future and all other factors that hinders and in majority of times ends one's career. As a person who loves football and has played for high school and local clubs, it also gave rise to a thought in my mind, that for me how different would it have been if I had been born in a country where football is not just a sport, but part of culture. Would things have been different? Now, all in all, I love this show and manga. In the end, Ashi isn't just a story about football, it's a narrative about the complexities of life, dreams, and the pursuit of happiness through the beautiful game. As Ashito and team navigates through the challenges on and off the field, they learn valuable lessons about teamwork, perseverance, and the importance of cherishing every moment spent playing the sport they love. Through wins and losses, triumphs and setbacks, Ashi captures the essence of football and the human spirit, leaving a deep and lasting impact on those who have experienced the joy of the game firsthand. So, whether you're a seasoned player or a casual fan, Ashi invites you to dive into its world and discover the power of football to inspire, unite, and transform lives.